What's up, my comic book lovers? This is Chris, and of course, this is my channel, We Love Comics. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to check out my video. And with all the stuff that's been going on, I actually forgot today was Wednesday. I guess I could blame that on the fact that I'm getting a little older. Yeah, that's the ticket. So, without further ado, this is the must-haves, where each Wednesday I show the books that I feel, in my own humble opinion, are the books you should be looking out for that are just coming out on the shelves. And, of course, it is my opinion, so each person's opinions are going to differ, so keep that in mind when watching this video. And again, for the third week in a row, there aren't major books out there, so I wanted to show some of the books I thought were not bad, but there's nothing here that basically is you have to rush out to get it. There might be one exception for that, so I will show that, but let's get into it. So the first one, continuing the series, this is Star Wars Darth Vader, issue number 8. And if you know these characters, that's Aphra, and I forget the name of these robots, but they become very popular. And if you have Darth Vader number 3, that's her first appearance. So if you haven't had the opportunity to get that book, I would definitely recommend it. And as usual, as they're doing with the Star Wars, the artwork is superb, beautiful to look at, and I appreciate beautiful artwork. All right, continuing with this series. This is We Stand on Guard. This is issue number 2. Very popular book, so if you have not had the opportunity, they still have issue number 1 on the shelves at my comic book store. So this one is still accessible as far as the number 1 is concerned. So if you haven't gotten it, I would definitely recommend it. A lot of praise for this book, so I had to try issue number 2. All right. This particular book, this is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 3, does have Venom appearing in this book. That's all I will say about it. So this is the regular cover, and beautiful looking cover. I don't know if Spider-Man ends up having the Venom cover, you know, the Venom alien symbolite on him, but I guess you'll have to read it and find out. Now this one is the pick of the week. This one, I forget which subscriber actually talked about it this morning. I forget their name, so please make sure you, in the comments section, say who you are so you can get the credit, so I apologize that I forget. But if it wasn't for them, I would not have picked this up, and they said this is a book to pick up. Now, I've talked about this book, the first print, We Can Never Go Home Again, issue 3. Well, this is the second print, and my comic book store happened to have one of them on the shelf, so I paid cover price for this. But as far as I've been told, and I even saw it on eBay, this book is pretty hot, and it's already selling for about $9 to $10. So, considering that it's by Black Mask, considering this is not going to have a high print run even in the first print, second print's probably going to be a lot lower. So if you get the opportunity to get your hands on this book, I would recommend it. So thank you to my subscriber for pointing that out, because I would have passed this by if I didn't have that conversation. All right, another book that they still had on the shelf that I did not pick up was Mad Max Fury Road. This is issue number 1. I don't like the $4.99 price tag, so I'm not going to continue this series. For me, they're getting a little ridiculous with the prices, and I don't want that to become a norm. And if we don't mention things through our pocketbooks, nothing is going to change. So I'm just getting the one just because I want to show some books. But yeah, $4.99, that's just too much for books. We have to put it a stop somewhere with that. All right. This one was getting to the variants. This is Detective Comics issue number 43. This is the Bombshell variant, and that is the Huntress. These were flying off the shelves at the place that I go to, my comic book store. So I thought this was a pretty cool cover. And the whole month is going to be about the bombshells, and a lot of people like that. Speaking of covers, I really like this one. Normally I wouldn't buy issue 5 of Bloodshot, but this gives homage to Amazing Spider-Man issue 50, where they show him walking away. So I just thought it looks really old. They purposely put what looks to be creases in it, the chipping and everything, so it looks like the book is old. And they did a good job with that, especially with the Bloodshot. They kind of made it look like it's, darkening and everything. So I thought that was a cool looking cover. So I had to pick that one up. Okay. This is the 1 in 20 variant. This is I believe the only issue number 1 this week. This is by Image Comics. Interesting looking cover. I'm not a huge fan of the art, at least as far as the cover is concerned. It's Not my cup of tea, but, you know, to each their own. But my comic book store owner did say this was a pick, and it was definitely worth getting, so I figured at least take the opportunity to try it out and see what it's all about. So that is the 1 in 20 variant. Okay, now the 1 in 25 variants. This is Infinity Gauntlet, issue number 3. Anything these days with Thanos on the cover is going to be hot, you know, especially with the Infinity Gauntlet slowly creeping up. You know, it's still going to be a couple of years, but the buzz is still out there. They're still talking about it, so anything with Thanos is definitely worth picking up. So, cool-looking cover, great artwork. This one I really like the cover. This is Spider Island, issue number 2. Again, this is the 1 in 25 variant. I don't know who drew this one, but I like the way they drew Spider-Man. And I like the old-school style where they show with the smaller eyes. And it was pretty much Todd McFarlane who gave us the modern-day Spider-Man, where his eyes, you know, the whole white of the eyes looks so huge, almost like half of his mask. At first, I didn't like that, but then you get used to it. But this is originally how the eyes used to look. They were very thin and small, but beautiful artwork on that one. And again, that's the 1 in 25 variant. Okay, another 1 in 25 variant. This is Civil War issue number 2, and another great-looking piece of artwork. They're really, I'm really liking the fact that they're at least putting the effort into these covers, and they're picking artists that really know how to draw. Because I remember back in the 80s and 90s, they'd pretty much pick everybody. And last but not least, again, nothing really major. This is the 1 in 25 variant of Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, issue number 3. Again, Venom has an appearance in here, so you will have to check that out for the story. But this is definitely a book worth picking up if you get it for a reasonable price. So that's pretty much it. You could see there's a couple of independents, mostly Marvel. But again, for the next couple of weeks, there's probably not going to be major books around, so the must-haves are not going to be as spectacular as they usually are, but, you know, if I ever see something new that's worth talking about, I will do that. So if you appreciate this work, if you give it a thumbs up, I always love when you guys take that effort. Let's hear your comments. Tell me if you think I missed something, because not only if it's something that I missed, but maybe somebody else might not have known about it. So make sure you leave that in the comment sections. And if this is your first video, you know, as usual, I say don't make it your last. Check out my playlists. See this comic book community for what it is. It's a beautiful place, an amazing, strong place to be. And come join it by hitting the subscribe button. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you appreciated this video. Don't forget, it's not you, it's not I, it's we love comics. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Chris, and I'll see you next video. Making a left turn.